If we're up.
Live.
You could share it up. Let me just make sure we're rolling
Okay. See if I can find it here.
on the page.
Suki and Scott show.
There we are.
Let's
We're in.
There it is. Share.
We're going to Kansas City. Philly, don't say anything funny until people load up, baby. Don't say anything funny.
I'm not.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, we're in. We're on. It's rolling. Everybody's going to light up. Let's see who comes on. Philly Kid, where the hell have you been, my friend? Where you been?
Man, I'll tell you what, it's summertime, and I'm living the retired life, and the wife and I are just enjoying the grandkids. Hey, let me tell you what I do in the morning. We wake up,
right,
and after over 40 years in the military and being a police officer, we retired a couple of years ago. Now my day starts with waking up whenever the heck we want to. We go out, sit by the pool. I drink coffee. The wife drinks. She drinks her tea.
What a life, man! What a life.
Yeah, and I look at her and I say, "What do you want to do, dear?" She says, "Well, I don't care. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do for lunch? I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you want to have for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to have for dinner? It's the same thing every day, right?
It's a good life. It's a good life.
Oh, Philly Kid, it's good to see you, buddy. Well, this is our obviously we're not in studio. Suki's doing her thing with TLC out in Arizona this week. She's shooting her the hell does she do? Sister Wives, a 90-day fiance. So we're just kind of, we kind of took a little break, but we're here. And we figured you and I would do a little pop-up show. We got an amazing show. Jared Cohn is coming up, director, writer. He's an actor. He's a black belt. He's a pro paintball player. He's a scuba diver. Philly Kid, this is a real man we're about to have on the show. That's all I can tell you.
He is a real man.
Come on now. I mean, he's doing everything but hunting shark. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we'll be talking to him in just a few minutes. Hey, I got to ask you, Scotty, our kind of the big news right now across the country is this heat.
Oh yeah, baby!
This crazy heat that we're having across the country. Are you guys suffering from that?
Yeah, we had some insane rainstorms in New York today, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be into little triple digits, little heat wave coming up.
Yeah, and here it's been 100 degrees for a few days, and looking at the forecast earlier for about the next week and a half, it's going to be over 100 degrees every single day. Now, Scotty. I want to tell you, it is hot.
How hot is it, Philly Kid?
Well, there's a dairy farm down the road, and I was talking to one of the farmers, and he said the cows are giving evaporated milk. Hey, Scotty, it is. Let me tell you, it is hot.
How hot is it, Philly Kid?
Well, global warming is like, damn, it's hot out. Hey, Scotty. It is hot here in Oklahoma.
How hot is it, my friend?
Well, I saw a chicken lay a fried egg. And not only that, I saw 2 fire hydrants fighting over a dog. So, needless to say, it's hot here in Oklahoma.
You really went into the popsicle stick heat jokes, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Anyway, Philly Kid, listen, Jared Cohn is here. He's coming up in just a few minutes. A gentleman by the name of Maccloskey is coming up. He actually has a game show that he does. You, me, Jeff Meltzer is going to be popping on a little bit later. So we're going to play a little game show.
Yes.
And we got a good show going on, Philly Kid. Listen, the program has really evolved. I mean, everybody knows we're on the USA Today network now. 27 hours a week, Philly Kid. 27 hours a week. We started with 5 hours a week, and then they jumped us to 27 hours a week. So
yeah, I can remember when you very first started out, and you sent me an email because I had a few followers on my Facebook page. She said, "Hey, bud, you want to be on my show?" So I kind of checked out the show, and at that time you had 4 followers from Idaho.
Right. Yeah, right.
And to see all the hard work that you put into this show, and you busted your tail, and you have made this one of the premier shows in the world, basically. Now with a
Listen,
worldwide audience.
we're 425 shows in, over 800 celebrities and performers. And listen, you never know when we're going to pop up, and things just continue to roll. And you know what? Even though it's a pop-up show, we still our guests are 5-star. Jared Cohn is a Hollywood director, actor, writer. Be interesting to get his take on the SAG-AFTRA strike that's going on right now. The guy's well over 50 movies. He's got a book out about it right now. We're going to talk about all that good stuff. And again, Ron's coming up. You ready to get this thing started, Philly Kid?
Let's do it.
Here's the official open in 3, 2, and go, baby.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, that's 7 of hearts. Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl!
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu, is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen. Yeah, your intro is fantastic.
Yes, indeed, Eric Roberts. What's going on, Philly Kid? Back in the house. Phil, it's been forever, man. How's it going, bud?
I know, man. I tell you what, it's going great. My life is really good right now. Like I said, talking about earlier, I'm living the retired life. I've had a new grandkid since the last time we did a show. I've got 3 little grandsons now that keep me pretty busy, and I've got a big yard, so I do lots of yard work. I was out there today, did a couple hours out in the heat. I only fainted once from heat stroke, but I'm doing good now. I'm doing good.
What do they call you? They call you Pop. They call you Grandpa. What do they call you, the kids?
They call me Baba.
Baba?
Baba. Yeah, you pick out a name what you're going to be called, and it was originally supposed to be Grampy, but when my first grandsons tried to say Grampy, he would say it came out Baba. So now, who knows? So
Baba
I'm
O'Reilly. Baba O'Reilly. Baba who?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you've been busy as well. That's good. That's good.
You know what, Philly Kid? I've been all over the place. I'm at summer camps doing radio and TV workshops. I added radio to my schedule now. 10-10 wins here in New York. WWE. I was in Nashville drinking up a storm last weekend. Kids visiting day this past weekend, and it's been great, man. I'm all over the place, and we continue to roll along. Suki's out doing her thing. She's shooting her TLC stuff, and we'll be back in the studio probably the beginning of September. Taking a little break. We got Jim Belushi coming up. Belushi's going to be a guest on the show soon. We got all kinds of people coming up. So we're just loading it up for September. And, of course, you guys can catch us every single day on the USA Today Network and then like 12 hours on the weekend. So it's all good. We're all over the place. And Philly Kid, we have an amazing show today. You introduced me to this gentleman, Jared Cohn. He's a Hollywood director. He's done so many films. He's not only a director, he's an actor as well. And we were talking earlier, the guy's a black belt in karate. He plays paintball, a scuba diver. Only thing he doesn't do is play pickleball, Philly Kid. We got to find out if he's into that as well, because that's sweeping the nation. You get into pickleball yet? Everybody's playing.
I have not played pickleball yet.
No, you got to get into it, bro. I'm telling you, you'll love it. You'll love pickleball.
Sometimes hide the pickle, but pickleball is.
Hey, there you go.
I haven't done that yet.
You're advanced stage, Philly Kid, still going, huh?
Well, usually I hide it and it stays hid. So, but boom.
Before we bring Jared in, I've been watching this thing I see it online all the time. You ever see this slap sport, Phil?
Yeah, and it
You
gives
ever
me
see these lunatic guys where they just like knock each other out with the slaps?
yes, I get a headache just watching those guys.
Oh my god! And sometimes their faces swell up. I'm like, you guys are nuts, man. They're nuts.
No.
It's crazy. You got to catch if you ever get to see it. It's usually I know it's on TV too, but you can catch it online. It's called Slap Sport. It's insane. But anyway, let's get Jared in here. Like I said, he's a director of so many movies. He's acted in a lot of movies. Before we bring him in, here's one of his most recent movies that I believe just came out, made available. Take a look at this one.
Name's Malcolm.
I knew that face. He's a bounty hunter now. Ain't that right?
He's here for me.
I am here on behalf of Bad Boys Bail Bond Agency.
Bad boy bail bond.
If I got a gig for you, it'll triple what I just gave you.
I'm listening.
Jake Gordon. Find him, bring him in, safe and sound.
What's the catch?
He's the star witness for Alonzo Beaumont, who might have some outside resistance.
Might.
What would you say if I could help you get your job back?
Who says I want my badge back?
Oh, come on, you want to be chasing around after bottom feeders to pay the rent?
So you're a bounty hunter?
You catch on quick.
How'd you find me?
Maybe not so quick. Beaumont must really want to shut you up.
You think Beaumont put a hit out on us?
The kid get hit.
Let me guess, got something to do with Cooper? I don't want to ask.
So what now?
Now I take you in.
Oh, there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, nice.
The Get Back, a Tubi original. Jared Cohn, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show.
It's a pleasure to have you. Philly Kid reached out about a month ago. He said you got to have this guy on. He's done so much stuff, and he's perfect for the show. And here you are, man. You have really you're knocking movies out left and right, huh?
I've had the good fortune, or just opportunities, to direct. I think now 53 movies, which is a lot of movies.
You have done a lot of movies, and I first started following Jared on LinkedIn. Because I try to follow all the the actor type people and directors and producers and whatnot, just try to stay in the loop and, see if I can learn anything or anything like that. Well, I saw that he posted that he wrote this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, man, it's awesome. It's awesome because I'm one of those guys who I am perpetually a student of, I'm a wannabe actor who studies, I train, and I'm always looking for motivation wherever I can find it. And I ordered your book, and I tell you what, it is written from such the perspective of someone who is lived it, was down in the gutter, starting out, making things happen, and you worked your way out, and you're making it happen. And I tell you what, motivating is not even the word, man.
Thank you.
It's awesome. What was your incentive to write this book?
Oh man, and first, thank you so much for reading the book and everything you just said. I had been in this industry now for 21 years, and like you said, just had some crazy, probably the lowest of the lows, and of course a bunch of highs along the way, but it was just such a crazy story that I never really told my story because it's so long, and there's a lot of things that happened. So I wanted to put it all together, and I started just writing this book. And at first it was going to be a little bit about each movie. Oh, that's the new cover. Yeah. But you know, I sort of combined some movies and to give advice and kind of helpful information that I thought would be good for people interested in the film business and other.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna brag on you a little bit. When you read this book, you open to the foreword, and it's written by David Michael Latt, co-founder of the Asylum. You know, one of the most prolific film companies in the business. And this is what he writes about you. And don't be embarrassed because I want to brag on. But he says, Michael says, as a producer, when I see that something is impossible, my go-to director is Jared Cohn. I sent him to Thailand when we had no resources to direct Locked Up. I called him to direct Shark Season, our first show during COVID, to see if it could be done. And I had him direct our first in-house TV series, Disaster Strike Force, because the challenge was to do each episode in a few days. When I explain confines of these shows, time, location, budget, diva stars, it's always met by Jared with, when do we start? And I mean, for a producer of that magnitude to say something like that and write the foreword for your book, buddy, you're doing some things right. You're doing some things right.
You know, thank you. And big shout out to you know, David Latt and the Asylum. Those guys really, you know, gave me my first opportunity as you know, as both as an actor and as a director. So those guys, I owe it to those guys, and and thank you for sharing that. Yeah, they send me all over the world. You know, they send me all over the world. And we made in Thailand and every state.
It's a nice gig if you can get it, right?
You know, it is. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be. You know, it's a tough business. You know, and as you know, I'm sure all the guests that come on here, you know, that are either, you know, actors or directors or writers. It's everyone has their own journey, and that's, you know, nobody's journey is remotely similar because so many crazy things happen and each of our lives, and especially the entertainment industry, you're up against different, more complex, you know, obstacles than, let's, you know, if you want to become, all right, I want to become a doctor, you know, go to med school and become a doctor.
That's it, right?
There's a path. There's no path to this. There are things you can do to sort of try and get your path going, but nothing's guaranteed. And it's not an easy road. It's unless you're born into it, very much so. With it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, a lot of hustle, a lot of grinding. And listen, one of my favorite movies of yours, Bikini Spring Break, of course, one of my favorites, Jared. But you know, I noticed you did this movie Vendetta, and I know you like to do a bunch of stuff with Bruce Willis, and you also had Mike Tyson in this one.
Yeah.
When you're working with a guy like Tyson, right, and you're directing a guy like Mike Tyson, is it easy, or does it come? I mean, he's not really. I mean, he's acted in some things. The Hangover was pretty good, but he's playing himself. When it comes to acting, is Mike Tyson an easy guy to direct, or you kind of like kick gloves with Iron Mike?
You know, I mean, Mike was really cool. He, you know, it took him a little bit to sort of warm up, but once he was there, and you know, he was having fun, and he kind of loosened up, and his scenes were with Thomas Jane, who really kind of worked, you know, kind of did some improv with him, and once he started to have fun and embody this sort of gangster character, it was great. You know, I mean, it was a fun, you know, it was like a fun gun selling, car stealing, you know, gangster guys, and he had fun. He had fun with it, and I think that in turn was a good, entertaining performance.
Nice. Hey, listen, I'm going to ask you about one of your movies. One of my favorites is The Horde with Paul Logan, and I tell you what, that guy is a beast. And in the movie, he plays like a Navy SEAL. I think he played a Navy SEAL. And that dude is a beast, and he probably could be a real Navy SEAL. He may be one. I don't know. I don't know what his background is, but now my question to you, Horde 2.
I would love to do the Horde 2. Oh man, I would love to. And Paul, he wrote the script too, and he just he kicked so much ass, Paul, and he's at the gym every day, and and he's really like, he's like he is an action star.
Yeah.
And he did such a kick-ass job in that movie. And funny, the crazy thing about that movie, it starred Sydney Sweeney when she was 17. And now she's
worldwide. Yeah.
She is like a megastar.
Yeah, she's big.
Huge. Like the cover, every post is like the cover of Vogue or the cover of just A-list. So like that is of all the people I've worked with, just in terms of like I worked with someone before, I've worked with people that have went on to do big things, but Sydney Sweeney, rocket launches, past everybody else that I worked with.
And that's a perfect example. Kind of like the Suki and Scott show. Everybody is clamoring to be on the Suki and Scott show because it's getting so big.
Jared,
so same way now. I mean, everybody wants to be in a Jared Cohn movie because look what happens. Look what happens.
What I love is, when you look at the book, right? I mean, who's right there, right? You got Shatner. There's something on the wing. So when you're dealing with a guy like William Shatner, again, who's fantastic, accomplished actor. Is he a guy? Same type of question with Tyson. Is Shatner one of those guys where he will take direction from you as a younger director, or is he one of these guys where he's like, well, I know how to do it better? How is it working with him?
I mean, Shatner, he's been doing this longer than I've been alive. So he knows where the cameras were going to be, what shots. So you work with a guy like Shatner different than you work with a younger actor, just like that, and with so much experience, and I think as long as there's respect, and then that's probably that's probably the hardest part, and that only comes with experience, because these guys, you get a guy like Shatner, so experienced, and he's so used to smooth running machines and productions like Star Trek and big budget movies, so you kind of have to know your stuff as a filmmaker. And if you're not really on it, like he'll tell you. He'll tell you. And so it was good, having had the experience I had, and making a bunch of movies, and he I think he saw that and respected that, and we got on well. But I can certainly imagine being in a situation where you're if you're not really on it, then it might be deservingly so, though. You should, right. If you're making a film, and especially with other people's money, then you should really be prepared and know your stuff. But I mean, a lot of that again comes from experience.
Sure. And I got to ask you, Jared, about one of my favorite action stars of all time, Bruce Willis. What it was like to work with him. We pray that for his health. And I know he recently had to retire because of his health issues. And again, we pray for him all the time. And what was it like working with him? Because again, one of the best, one of the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce Willis is he's a Hollywood legend, movie star. So it was just amazing to be able to to work with him. And he was really him and I we got along really well. And we didn't have him for we had him just for a few days on each movie. So and he comes he has this he comes with he came in on his private jet like a boss, and reporters showed up to the set. So kind of having that presence is cool, as a filmmaker. Be like, oh, there, work, and there's Bruce Willis, one of the greatest movie stars ever, and I'm directing him, and this is in a script I wrote, so it's super cool. It's a really cool feeling, and Bruce Willis doesn't have to do much to deliver like a great line. He could just throw a look, and and he doesn't have to say a word. He'll just give these amazing looks, say these lines, just like, and it's just perfect because it's nobody else can deliver it in that way.
Jared, you're a guy who, you went to school in New York, you grew up in New York before you moved out to California. When you were growing up and you figured out you wanted to be a director, what was like your favorite movie at the time growing up as a kid? As an action, as a comedy, was it a mob flick? What's like, your top 3 movies of all time?
It's funny because one of my favorite movie, and still to this day, it was the first Matrix movie, and I saw that, and I think that was before, in high school. I saw that, and that film was just such a great film, and it was so like it inspired me to like think about the simulation theory, so it's films that I think stick with you, and that like that have you thinking differently. Like Jaws was, is such an amazing movie. You go to the beach and you start thinking, oh my God, am I going to get eaten by a shark? And that's because of Jaws. And some people do get eaten by sharks too, but I mean, Tombstone. I never, after watching that movie, I got a fake gun and just started
into
walking around
westerns.
with it. Yeah, and I'm like, so it's movies that really like, resonate with me. And there's not too many of them. But they're great. They're great movies great movies are great movies for a reason.
Yeah,
and it usually comes with more than just a movie. Like you walk away thinking like, oh, I either learned something about the Civil War and now the Blood Diamond War, from watching Blood Diamond. Like that movie, I was like, oh my God, I learned a lot and wanted to research the topic more. So I hopefully I answered the question. It's kind of a ramble.
So you were shooting earlier this month. How did that go? I don't know if you can talk about that project yet or not.
That one is that's looking good. I've been very busy with the editor putting together this movie, and this one that we just did. I've got a few things coming out, but this one that we just did was really cool. It was sort of a contained thriller, and we had some really exceptional young actors that I'll post more about it, but
okay.
Later. Yeah, I don't think I can say anything. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm not. Not trying to.
I don't even think you're allowed to promote anything.
Oh my God! And you know what? You're right. I'm literally. but here's the thing. This project is not affiliated with
the union.
With the union. and I've never. Yeah, that was the one thing you wanted to talk about. Yeah, with the crazy strike that's going on and affecting Hollywood. Yeah, and I shouldn't be saying I'm shot a movie. So yeah, no, I didn't do that.
You didn't do anything. Listen, some of the cool ones that you have done that people could still see. You got Atlantic Rim, Night of the Dead with our boy Ron Jeremy right there. We showed we showed Bruce with a little Deadlock, Lord of the Streets, Cheer for Your Life. They're all action horror type movies. The one that I noticed, I was reading some stuff about you. Yeah, you still have the #1 summer movie on Lifetime, right? Which was Born Bad.
Oh yeah.
Which I read, and it, it's David Chokichi, I believe, was one of the guys in that movie.
He's been on the show.
Jokic, he's been on the show before.
Yeah.
He's too good looking. I didn't like having him on the show, Jared. He's way too good looking.
He's a good looking dude.
Yeah, you know, it's you know, he literally walks around with like a glowing tan on his face, right? But yeah, listen, man, you just had you know, so much success. And again, here's the book. You got a couple different covers, 50 movies made, lessons learned on a filmmaker's journey. Here's the other one with you know, with Shatner and Bruce Willis in there with you. So this is you know, it's available wherever you can get books, Amazon, all kinds of places. And again, all the movies that we're talking about, if you Google your name, all your movies come up, and they're all, you could basically on demand any of those films, right?
Yeah, they're, you know, and that's the great. They're all out. They're all out there, and most of them are, you know, for free with, you know, on Tubi or wherever. So
and you on your site, I noticed jaredcohn.com. You also have movies that you can actually see up on the site.
Yeah. There, you know, there's movies. Got movies here. Got movies there. Got movies everywhere. Yeah, no, I think I did a lot of movies.
Jared, listen, man, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure, and continued success. And listen, next time you have, when the strike is over and everything's back to normal, and you got this new movie you're working on, it comes out, come back on, man, so we can promote the heck out of it.
Exactly.
We'll get everybody to back into movie watching. And you know what? Screw Barbie already. I had enough of her. How's that sound? Enough Barbie. I'm sick of Barbie already.
Yeah. Hey, Jared, thank you so much for working it in for such a short notice, and really, really appreciate it. And Horde 2. Horde 2.
Yeah. Not Jared, not Horde 2, but Horde. Horde 2. You'll have to get Ron Jeremy for that other one. It's fine.
Man, if he's out of jail, I hope so.
I love it. I love it. Jared Cohn. Jared, thank you so much. Also, people could see you acting in a lot of these movies too, which is fantastic. So.
I've made a few appearances.
It's good stuff, man. Good. Jared, listen, enjoy the rest of the summer and continued success, bud.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care, my man.
See you, buddy.
See you.
Bye-bye. Oh, what a good guy, Phil.
Yeah, I know, man.
Man,
Literally.
just very humble. Just just kind of, hey, yeah, I'm a movie director. It's
well,
just, if what I do.
If you get his book, like I did, I and you read in there, and this guy, he was not dropped into any Hollywood royalty.
No,
or,
like
or
he
had
said,
any
he
family
worked
in
up.
the business. Yeah, I mean, he started at the very bottom, worked his way kind of up and down, and finally now he's making it happen, and he's doing really, really well for himself.
Yeah, man, it's unbelievable. It's great. Philly, before we bring in Ron, who's coming up in just a few minutes, Jeff's going to join us because he's, we'll have 3 contestants for this game show we're about to play. Ron is great. I've seen his. He's a big Catskills guy. He's a big Boris Karloff guy from the movies. He's a movie buff, so he's going to be fun in just a second. There was this thing I saw online, which I thought was pretty funny. People running in Central Park here in the city.
Right.
And there was a band just following and running after random people, playing running music for them while they run. Like, check this out. Watch.
You notice the farther that they would run, the horns were kind of wah wah.
People were running out of breath. It's so funny. You ready to bring Ron in? Where's Jeff? Is he around? What, did he fall asleep? Jeff, our trusted executive producer, fell asleep. Where is he? Look, Oh, there he is. Look, see, he comes on with no microphone, Phil. You see how he does that every time?
Yeah.
He's great at that. He never turns his mic
What are you
on.
talking about? That was TV magic.
You try to make a good entrance, but you screwed it up without
I didn't
your
make
mic.
any words. I just appeared.
There you go.
Nothing in my hands. Oh,
nice. Nothing up my sleeve.
Except this Post-it. That's what made the magic.
Just the Post-it.
You're such a butts.
Can I just say one thing?
What?
Thank you so much, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for allowing me to be a guest on the show that I helped produce.
Well, listen, all I got to do is this, and you're not a guest anymore. You can put yourself back in.
Hey!
Anyway, listen.
You're my pal, my friend, my buddy.
Ron is a very busy man. Let's bring him in. By the way, whatever quiz he's about to give us, you guys know you have no shot against me. So let's
not
just
if it's on the Catskills, my friend.
Well, no, we're not doing the Catskills because that's too New York centric. And as you know, this show is pretty much all over the place.
It's the only thing I know.
Okay. But anyway, let's bring him in. Here's Ron Maccloskey, ladies and gentlemen. Ron, how are you, buddy?
Woo! I am terrific. And Scott, that was a perfect intro with that tape. Because everyone was running. It was like a race.
Yeah.
And that's what my game is. It's a race. It's a horse race.
I love it. I love it. So the way it works, tell me if I'm correct, is we answer questions, and every question we get right, our horse gets to move another stage.
Correct. And even though we have Scott, Jeff, and Phil, those are no longer your names. Scott, you are now Bluebell.
Bluebell.
Jeff, you are Yellow Jacket. And Phil, you are redhead, and I can tell by your haircut it's perfect. All right?
Well, it was sunny today.
Here's the little wrinkle to the game. You are going to pick your own question. So I'm not going to guide on who gets easy or difficult. You're going to do it yourself. So since this is a horse racing theme, I have two boxes. One is marked odds on, and one is marked even up. So each time I come to you, I'm going to say, what do you want, odds on or even up? And I'm going to ask you a multiple choice question. Now, here's the key to the game. Almost every question in the box has LG, which stands for lucky guess. But hidden inside the box is the DH, which is the dark horse. And that's worth 2 spaces down the track.
Okay.
So here we have our track. We have our 3 horses. And, of course, you're playing for the coveted Lucky Guess Cup, which you can get at the funniest Dollar Tree in the area.
Wait, Ron, I forgot what my horse's name is already. What's my name?
Bluebell.
And wait, Jeff is Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket.
Right.
Sting like a bee, baby.
And Phil, you're redhead.
Redhead.
Okay, now
redhead.
Here's another neat thing about the game. They're multiple choice questions. So I'm going to ask you a question first, Scott. You get it wrong, Jeff's getting the same question.
Okay.
He gets it wrong, Phil gets the same question. And you will be surprised on how they're not paying attention, they don't know what's going on, and they miss it completely, which might happen tonight. You never know.
I got a good feeling.
So Scott,
Let's go.
I will start with you. You are Bluebell. So tell me first, you want odds on or even up?
I'm going to go odds on.
Odds on. Here we go. The first question of the first game. Which cartoon character made their film debut first? Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, or Popeye the Sailor?
I got to go Mickey Mouse, no?
Mickey Mouse is wrong.
Oh.
Yes, over to you. Which cartoon character made their film debut first? Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, or Popeye the Sailor?
I believe it was Steamboat Willie. That would be Popeye.
No, Steamboat Willie's Mickey Mouse.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let's see. What do I know?
You're wrong. Redhead. Which cartoon character made their film debut? Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, or Popeye?
Felix the Cat?
Popeye was 1933. Mickey Mouse was 1928. Felix the Cat, 1922. You were correct, and you were on the track.
I do remember, though, Felix the Cat, the wonderful cat.
Yep.
You'll laugh so much. Your sides will itch.
Your heart will go pitter-pat.
Watching Felix,
wow.
the wonderful cat.
All right, Scott, Bluebell, back to you. Odds on or even up?
This is back to me. I'm going to go even up.
Even up. Here we go. What is the largest island in the Caribbean? Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or Cuba?
Oh, God. Cuba's small. Jamaica, Puerto Rico. I'm going to go Jamaica.
Jamaica is wrong.
Oh,
Yellow Jacket, over to you. What is the largest island in the Caribbean? Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or Cuba?
I'm going with Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is wrong.
Puerto Rico is wrong, Jeff.
Phil.
You and I are great at this.
What's
Listen,
the largest island in the Caribbean? Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or Cuba?
I'm going to have to go with Cuba.
Oh, lucky guess.
You get a cigar with that, too. A Cuban cigar. Cuba, yeah. Why would you say that it was small, Scott? It's big.
Listen, Ron, I think that with 3 contestants, there should be 4 multiple choice. So Phil at least has to go 50-50.
Or get 3 smarter people. All right, back
Oh,
to you.
my God.
Bluebell, odds on or even up?
Bluebell again, huh? I'll go with even up.
Even up. All right. Uh-oh. Hey-oh. Dark
Ooh.
horse. This is worth 2 spaces. So again, now you're behind, but
baby.
you're getting the lead.
Come
But
on
remember,
now.
you get it wrong, it goes to Jeff. He gets it wrong, it goes to Phil. Here it is.
Go
Which
ahead.
came first? The Bob Dylan song Rolling Stone,
Right.
Rolling Stone magazine, or the rock and roll band Rolling Stone?
Oh boy. Well, I know Rolling Stone magazine is not the answer because they came after.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Rolling Stone Bob Dylan.
No. Yellow Jacket, which came first? The Bob Dylan song Rolling Stone magazine, or the rock and roll group the Rolling Stones?
The rock and roll group, the Rolling Stones.
The magazine was 67. The song from Dylan was 65. The Rolling Stones, 62. You are correct, my friend.
Son of
2
a gun.
spaces. All right. All right.
2 spaces
so
for him?
Yeah, a dark horse, man. Dark horse.
Geez.
All right, Phil, you're up first. Odds on or even up?
Even up.
Even up. Boy, nobody wants odds on. All right. Who was the longest running host of Jeopardy? Alex Trebek, Regis Philbin, or Pat Sajak?
Oh my God! What?
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek is right. You get
kind
1
of-
space.
What kind of question is that?
He goes easy on Phil.
Oh my God! What is that? What kind of
God.
question?
You and I are getting a tough question.
Well, you guys fell off the board. It's over. I'm the winner.
All right, Scott.
Yes, sir.
You've got to get out of the gate, my friend.
Come on. Give me
Odds
the
on or even
Regis.
up?
Give me a Regis Philbin question.
Well, pick a good question. Odds or even?
I guess we go odds.
Ah, there you go. Finally. Of these 3 Beatles songs, which one did Ringo write?
Oh, I know this.
Acting Naturally, With a Little Help from My Friends, or Octopus's Garden?
In an octopus's garden. It's Octopus's Garden.
Very good. You are
Oh,
correct.
baby.
All
Look
right.
at me
Jeff,
rolling
over to you.
along.
Odds on or even up?
Let's go with odds on.
Oh,
You know what? I think we need a little music. Do we need a little music under us?
Yeah, you should. Something should
All
be
right,
under the boat. President's Day is in February. How many presidents are born in February? 2,
Oh, that's tough.
3, or 4?
Ooh, I used to know this because my birthday's in February,
So was mine.
and I wasn't a president. So let's see,
Okay.
that would be one less. I'm going with 4.
4. Can you name them? No, that was a side question. You were right.
I knew it.
Washington.
I could have written them down, but I can't say them.
Everybody forgets Reagan. You were correct. 1 space ahead. Redhead.
Wow.
Up to you. Odds or even?
Let's go odds.
Odds. But I like that. We're mixing it up. In the NFL, most teams are named after animals. Which are the most popular animals? Birds, horses, or cats?
Ooh.
Of course, they all have names after these animals. So how many what has the most teams? Birds, horses, or cats?
Horses.
Horses is wrong.
What?
Bluebell, over to you, Scott. In the NFL, most teams are named after animals. Which are the most popular? Bird, horses, or cats?
got the Panthers. I'm just gonna go with birds.
Ravens, Falcons, Eagles, Cardinals, and Seahawks. You were correct, my friend.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Jeff, over to you. Odds on or even up?
Well, I've been going pretty well with odds, so let's stick with it. Odds, please.
Right, here we go. Hey-o!
Oh, man.
2 spaces. Now, remember, you picked this question. I didn't. When they do a news conference at the White House, it is held outside. Where do they do it? The Winter Garden, the Rose Garden, or the Flower Garden?
This is a trick question.
It could be.
But I'm going with the Rose Garden.
Rose Garden is right. 2 spaces again for your
man.
Holy cow.
Can you give him easier questions, please?
He's picking them. I'm not.
Oh,
Phil, over to you. Odds or even?
Even up.
Even up. Here we go.
Got a lot of questions in there.
88 keys on the piano. Jeff, I see you have a piano. Maybe you know this, but this is for Phil. There are 88 keys on the piano. How many are white? 36, 44, or 52? This is for Phil.
Really?
44.
44 is wrong.
Oh.
Scott, over to you. There are 88 keys on the piano. How many white? 36, 44, or 52?
Well, there's got to be more white than the black. So I'm going to go with the 52 number.
Jeff, is he right? 52 is right. Very good. All right, you're moving down the track. Okay. Jeff, over to you. Odds on or even up?
I'm going to stick with the winner. Odds up, please.
Odds. Here we go. Who invented the air conditioner? Carrier, Whirlpool, or Frigidaire?
I believe Carrier.
Carrier is right.
Oh,
very
Jesus.
Good. Now,
Man,
remember, you got to get over the finish line. So you need 2 to win. But we're go to Phil now. Odds on or even up?
Odds on.
Odds on. Here we go. Airplane. That's it. If we get the planes close enough and he puts the girl down, is a line from which famous monster movie? King Kong, The Thing, or Godzilla?
Oh.
King Kong.
King Kong is right. Very
Gotta
good.
be King Kong if he puts the girl down.
Yep. All right, Scott, over to you. Odds on or even up?
Whatever's the easiest, Ron. Give me an easy one. I'm going to go even up.
Even up. Here we go. Regular question.
Give me a Regis question.
Oh no, this is a monster question. You'll like this.
Go ahead.
Which famous monster movie dies if you shoot him with a silver bullet? Frankenstein, Dracula, or the Wolfman?
Wait, so you blanked out on that. I missed you on a couple.
Right, I'll repeat it. Which famous movie monster dies if you shoot him with a silver bullet? Frankenstein, Dracula, or the Wolfman?
Well, it's not Frankenstein. He doesn't like fire. Dracula's got to be a wooden bullet, so it's got to be the werewolf.
Werewolf is right, but it's a wooden stake for Dracula. But you are correct, my friend.
But on Vampire Diaries, it's wooden bullets.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, Jeff, over to you. Odds on or even up?
I'm going to stick with it. With odds on, please.
No dark horse. No dark horse for him.
The shortest day of the year is December 21st. From sunrise to sunset, it's a little over 9 hours. The longest day of the year is June 21st. How long is it from sunrise to sunset? Here are your 3 choices. A little over 12 hours, a little over 13 hours, or a little over 15 hours of sunlight.
I guess it depends on where you are in the country. We're going to have to discuss this one.
Well, right where we're sitting.
Okay, right where I'm sitting. So could you repeat the answers, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear your answer.
I'm asking you. Can you repeat the answers?
Ron, could you repeat the answers?
Yes. Yeah, longest day of the year. Is it a little over 12 hours, a little over 13 hours, or a little over 15 hours?
a little over 13 hours.
That is wrong.
Son of a gun.
Sunrise to sunset, June 21st. 12 hours, 13 hours, or 15 hours?
13 hours.
13 hours is wrong. You weren't paying attention, Phil.
That's what I said, Phil.
Oh, I thought you
Phil,
said 50.
and now you just killed me because now I got to go 50-50.
No, it blanked out. I thought he said 15 hours.
I
Sorry.
thought he said 15 also, by the way.
No,
I
he
thought
said
that's what he said.
13. Scott, come on.
I don't want this one. I pass. All right,
Come
so it's
on.
either it's either 15 or 12. So I'd be inclined. I'm always wrong 50-50, but I'm going to go 15.
15 hours and 5 minutes. That is correct. Very good. All right, Jeff, back to you. Odds on or even up?
Philly kid.
Let's move over to even up, Ron.
All right. Now remember, to win the game, you need a dark horse. You need 2 spaces.
So
Even
I can't
up.
wait. Can I get that in even up?
Yeah.
Can I
you
get it
could-
dark?
Yeah,
Depends on what he pulls out. He's got to
Okay,
pull out
all
the
right.
question.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Oh,
Wow.
Jeez, come on.
But now here's the sad thing. Here's the sad thing, Jeff. If you get it wrong, then Phil gets it. He jumps 2 spaces. So make sure you know this one. You ready?
I'm not worried.
Do you ever eat canned ravioli?
He eats that every day, Phil. I mean,
what?
Jeff,
What kind of ravioli?
canned.
Canned ravioli.
Yeah,
Ravioli.
I have, of course. Chef Boyardee, of course.
Well, there's the question. Chef Boyardee has a first name. What is Chef Boyardee's first name? Hank, Hannibal, or Hector?
Oh. Hank. Wait, Chef Boy. I just saw his documentary too.
Guess you weren't paying attention, were you?
I think it was an Italian. Hank.
Why would someone make a documentary on Chef Boyardee?
It was what made one of those and what food made America great.
Oh,
One of those.
all right, okay. So what's his first name then?
Okay.
Hank, Hannibal, or Hector?
Oh, Hector. Hannibal. Those are not Italian names.
Tell me about the lambs, Clarice.
Oh, okay. Is there a time limit?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Come on.
Can I call a friend?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go with Hector.
Hector is right. He
Jeez.
just won the game.
Whoa!
Come
right.
on.
What do I win?
Wait, I think, listen, Ron, I think Phil and I ought to get a shot to get everyone right to get across that line.
All right. Well, then,
Bragging rights. That's what I win. Bragging rights.
all right. My PayPal account is give me $50. All right, we got to play another game because we want to see who's going to get the cup. So we'll start from the very beginning.
Oh,
So
we do one more? We're doing one more?
Yeah,
We have time?
Right,
Scott, do we have time for that?
We do. We have time. We got one more. Come on, let's do it.
All right, Phil, we'll start with you first. Odds on or even up?
Odds on.
Odds on. Holy cow. Out of the gate. Hey-o.
Come on, Philly kid.
There you going. Who is the best-selling female author of all time?
Oh.
Danielle Steele, J.K. Rowlings, or Agatha Christie? Again, it's with 2 spaces. Dark horse
That's a tough one.
for redhead. Best-selling all time.
J.K. Rowling.
Wrong.
Oh,
Scott, over to you. Who's the
I'm gonna-
best-selling female author of all time? I'll give you a little hint. Sold over 2 billion books. Billion, not million.
the other two were
J.K. Rowling or Agatha Christie?
what? Wait, say it again, Ron. You buzzed out.
Sure. Who's the best-selling female author of all time? Danielle Steele, J.K. Rowling, or Agatha Christie?
I'm gonna say, because I always see Danielle Steele's books in my mother's room when I was a kid, I'm gonna go with Danielle Steele.
That is absolutely wrong.
Oh, damn!
Wow.
Ron?
Yes.
We'll take a wild guess.
You
and go
can't get
Agatha-
2 spaces
Agatha
for
Christie.
that. You can't get 2 spaces.
Come on, she's been around longer than anybody else, guys. You should have figured that out. Yes.
He
Hey,
gets
Scott.
two.
Scott.
There's gotta be 4. There's gotta be 4 answers.
Yellow Jacket stings, baby.
Oh,
Bill,
God.
redhead, over to you. Odds or even?
Even up.
Even up. Here we go. The expression bullpen is used in which sport?
Hey,
Football, baseball, or ice hockey?
What?
Baseball.
What is
Baseball.
happening here?
Very good. Okay, redheads on the track. Bluebell, odds on or even up?
I guess odds. Odds on.
Odds on. Here we go. Odds on. In 1997, Monmouth University poll, New Jersey considered Thomas Edison to be the state's biggest brain. Who was second on the list? Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, or Snooki from the Jersey Shore?
Oh, Jesus. Phil gets a bullpen question. I get this, huh?
Yeah, you get Snooki.
Well, let's
Second
see.
smartest guy other than Thomas Edison in the state of New Jersey.
Huh. Well, Bill. These are people
Bill
that were
Gates,
born
Albert
in
Einstein,
New Jersey?
No. It's maybe they spent time in New Jersey.
Okay.
So Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, or Snooki from the Jersey Shore?
I know it's going to be Snooki, but I'm going to go Albert Einstein.
Einstein is right. Very good. See that?
Oh!
It's getting better now. All right, Jeff, over to you. Odds on or even up?
Let's go with odds on, Ron.
Odds on. Here we go. What is the biggest beer selling holiday? Super Bowl Sunday, Father's Day, or the 4th of July?
That's a tough
Biggest
one.
beer selling holiday. Super Bowl Sunday, Father's Day, or 4th of July?
I'm going with the largest sporting event on this planet, the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday is not a holiday. Phil, over to you.
Oh, trick question.
Super Bowl Sunday, Father's Day, or 4th of July?
Tricky.
4th of July.
4th of July. Redhead gets going down the track. There you go.
I'm gonna say,
All right, Bluebell, over to you. Odds on or even up?
Even up, my friend.
Even up.
Even up for 1,000.
Even up. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one.
Go ahead.
With a combined age of 90, who are the youngest president and vice president? Obama and Biden, Clinton and Gore, Kennedy and Johnson. I'll repeat it. With a combined age of 90, who were the youngest president and vice president? Obama and Biden, Clinton and Gore, Kennedy and Johnson.
Clinton and Gore were both in their mid-40s. I'm going Clinton Gore.
Clinton was 46, Gore was 44. You are correct. Very good. Hey, look at that. We are all tied up.
Let's
Jeff,
go, baby. Let's run it. Let's run it.
Jeff, odds are even.
I'm going to go with even.
Even. Does it again, guys. Dark horse.
Wow.
This is a good one. What is the oldest baseball stadium still used today? Fenway, Wrigley, or Dodger?
Ooh.
What is the oldest baseball stadium still used today? Fenway, Wrigley, or Dodger?
I've been in all of them. I'm gonna go with Fenway.
Fenway. Dodger was 62. Wrigley was 1914. Fenway, 1912.
Oh.
Two spaces.
Circle gets the square.
All right, Bill. Odds on or even up?
Odds on.
Odds on. Son of a gun. Hey-o.
Oh, Philly kid in the house.
Here we go. Here we go.
How tall is Big Bird? Over 6 feet tall, over 7 feet tall, over 8 feet tall. Big Bird. There's a reason they call him Big Bird.
How tall is Big Bird, Phil?
Over 6, over 7, over 8. With 2 spaces, Redhead.
Over 7.
Over 7 is wrong.
Oh.
Bluebell. This is your chance. 2 spaces. How tall
Got
is
it.
Big Bird? Over 6.
Gotta be over 8. Gotta be over 8.
8 foot 2 inches. You are correct, and you are tied with the Yellow Jacket.
By the way, in all actuality, if Big Bird was 8 feet whatever inches, over 6, over 7 would have both been right answers, I believe.
You are correct, Scott, and we'll talk about this after the show. Go ahead, ruin my game while I'm on TV. You've got a great game and you're ruining it. Jeff, get him off the show. Wait,
That's it, Scotty. That's my boy.
Jeff, over to you. Odds on or even
Nothing
up?
like throwing water on that fire. Okay.
Yeah, that nice.
Let's go
All right,
with
Jeff,
let's go
you're
with
up.
even. Let's go with even up. Yeah.
Here we go. Even up. Which month has 28 days? January, February, or March?
February.
Rick Harrison, Jeff, they all have 28 days.
I knew the answer to that
I got
one.
two of those. No one said you have to have common sense. I have a lot of knowledge, but no common sense. Okay.
It's a trick question, my man. All right, Phil. Odds are even.
Even up.
Even up. There we go.
But wait, I have a question. Why did you just move? The Bumblebee a space?
No. I moved Jeff up. Jeff is Yellow Jeff.
He didn't get the right answer.
Yeah, they're all the right answer. January, February, March.
He could have. I thought you were looking for all of them or 28 days.
I did it by the song 28 Days, has, this, that, and the next.
So anything he would have said, he would have had the right answer.
Correct. It's called the trick question.
That's bogus.
That's a gimme question.
This is bogus.
All right. I'm forgetting now. Redhead. Is this your
Redhead.
question?
There you go. Redhead.
Okay.
Yes.
Who becomes a princess after fitting perfectly into the glass slipper? Snow White, Cinderella, or Sleeping Beauty?
Cinderella.
Cinderella. Very good.
Circle gets the square.
All right. Scott, back to you. Odds are even.
Jim J. Bullock for let's go even.
Jim J. Bullock. Boy, talk about references here, for God's sake.
He was always the center square.
All right, here you go, my friend. What does the T stand for in TD Bank? Taiwan, Toronto, or Texas?
Wait, so give me again?
Yeah, what does the T stand for in TD Bank? Taiwan, Toronto, or Texas?
It's Toronto.
Wow, very good. Toronto is correct. Got a tie game here. Jeff, over to you. Odds or even?
Let's go with odds, Ron.
Odds. You got it. Lucky guess question. Which of America's three big sports is the oldest? Major League Baseball, the NFL, or the NHL?
It's got to be baseball.
NFL was 1920. NHL, believe it or not, was 1918. But baseball, 1875. You were correct. All right, Redhead, over to you. Odds or even? You need a dark horse.
Let's do odds.
Odds. Here we go. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but blank will never hurt me. Guns, paint, or words?
Words.
Words. That is correct. All right, Scott, back to you. Odds on or even up?
I'm going odds on. There's a dark horse waiting for me.
Odds on somewhere.
No.
Who had a hit song with this rock and roll tune, Ain't It a Shame? Was it Fats Waller, Fats Domino, or Minnesota Fats?
Ain't that a shame? Well, Minnesota Fats plays pool, so it's got to be my boy Fats Domino.
Fats Domino is right. Very good. All right. Yellow Jacket, over to you, Jeff. Odds or even?
Well, this is a big one. It's a big one. Getting toward the end. Okay, let's go with E. No, wait. E. No, whoa. Oh, wait. O.
Ta-da!
Oh, this guy would have.
This guy's the luckiest guy in the game.
Yeah.
He may not be the smartest, but he's the luckiest.
Make sure
I won the last game. What do you mean?
Make sure you give him a question where every answer is correct.
All right, now remember, you need 3 to win. If you get this right, you only get 2. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
In 1972, what was the first commercial successful video game? Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, or Pong?
Oh my!
I'll read it again. In 1972, what was the first commercial successful video game? Donkey Kong,
So
Pac-Man, or Pong?
No need for the reread there, Ron. It's Pong.
Wow, very good. Pong is it. All right, you guys can still catch up to this, man. Phil, odds or even?
Not if you keep giving them easy questions.
Odds on. Odds on.
Odds on. Good. At least he said the whole word instead of the letter O or E. What is the only flying mammal? A squirrel, a bat, or a dragonfly? What is the only flying mammal? Squirrel,
Kid.
bat, or dragonfly?
Squirrel.
Squirrel is wrong.
What?
You're thinking of Rocket J, Squirrel, and Bullwinkle? Is that what you're thinking of? Scott, over to you. What's the only flying mammal? Squirrel, bat, or dragonfly?
It's got to be a bat.
That is right. Very good. He's right behind Yellow Jacket. All right.
God, I hate bats.
All right, Jeff, it's up to you. Now, again, my friend, yours to win or lose. You can get it with a regular question or dark horse. What do you want?
Oh, for the win, my friend.
Jeff, what letter comes after P?
Still can't say odds on. Here is it. At age 65, he thought of suicide, but started one of the biggest fast food chains in America. Who was it? Dave Thomas, who was behind Wendy's, Ray Kroc, who was behind McDonald's, or Colonel Sanders, who was behind KFC?
I'm going to call you after the show for these questions. I did the first test commercial for this man, Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas is wrong.
Oh!
Bill. Let me repeat it. At age 65, he thought of suicide, but started one of the biggest fast food chains in America. Dave Thomas, Ray Kroc, or Colonel Sanders?
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders is right. Very good.
Jeff, you were so positive on that.
I was so sure.
Scott, here's the great thing. If you get a dark horse, you can win this sucker.
I got a better shot of winning the Mega Millions tonight, Ron, than getting that dark horse.
Well, no, you know what? I agree with you because obviously Jeff makes more money because he's got a grand piano behind him.
Oh, forget it. You see the house this guy's in?
Dartboard.
I
You
mean,
have
look
a
at his-
dartboard behind you.
Look at the space.
It's for show. It doesn't really work.
All right. Odds
I'm
are
gonna-
even, Scott. You can win.
I'm going evens. Evens, Ron.
Oh, my God. Guess what? Hey-oh!
No!
Dark horse.
You can win the game.
Putting a hex on you.
You ready?
Go ahead, Ron.
Now, it's a historical question. I hope you know your history.
Jeez Louise.
And think about this. What happened to Abe Lincoln on November 19th, 1863? He gave the Gettysburg Address, he got elected, or he got assassinated. November 19th, 1863.
Oh, my God. I forgot.
No pressure, Scott. No
I was-
pressure.
I was such a John Wilkes Booth guy, too. I can't remember the date. What happened? You're saying what happened. So I'm...
Correct. What happened? I'll repeat everything. What happened to Abe Lincoln on
Jeff,
November
I don't
19th,
know.
1863? He gave the Gettysburg Address, he got elected, or he got assassinated.
He got elected.
No.
Oh, God.
Jeff, you know, or you want to take a lucky guess?
I'm going to take a lucky guess and say he delivered the Gettysburg Address.
That is correct. He just won the game again.
Jesus.
All right.
Wow.
All right, Jeff,
Congrats.
Before you get the coveted Lucky Guess Cup, you now have to go to the winner's circle. The winner's circle is one subject, 4 questions, no multiple choice.
Ooh, this is pressure.
I know. Here's the category. The category is football.
This game never ends, huh?
No, it's the winner's circle.
I love it. Go ahead.
Great.
The first footballs were made out of what animal skin? You got to give an answer in your head, Jeff.
Okay.
The first footballs were made out of what animal skin?
All right. Let me think here. Okay. I'm going to think out loud. Well,
Yeah.
they're made of pig skin now. So I'm going with horsehide.
No, just the opposite. Pigskin was first.
Oh, it's leather now.
Yes.
Thanks, Phil, for giving me the wrong answer.
Just for one. Who was Vince Lombardi?
Super Bowl winning coach of the Green Bay Packers, the very first one.
Very good. Joe Namath won the Super Bowl with what team?
The New York Jets.
What is this? What's happening?
And what day of the week are most games played on?
Sunday.
Very good. Gentlemen, I don't know how you live with this man.
What?
He's a guy.
What? Those are the winner's circle questions?
Yeah, that's the winner's circle question.
Wow. Hey, people are lucky to win this game.
Who's Vince Lombardi? What day of the week are football games played on? Ron, I thought we had a deal.
Like this game, Scott. I can't wait to come back.
Ron, I thought we had a deal. You were going to make these questions easy for me, not them.
Yeah.
Ron, listen, buddy, this was fantastic. Thank you, my friend.
Great. I'm glad you liked it.
Next time you come back, I want to talk a little about Boris Karloff, all right?
Oh, no, absolutely. Well, I'd love to talk about Karloff and the Catskills.
We'll talk about the Catskills all day long, my friend.
Ron, you think I'm good at this game? Anything on the Catskills.
Yeah,
brother.
me too, Ron.
Well, Jeff, Jeff, so what hotels did you stay at, or do you know?
I went to camp there. I went to you name it. And Nevele, the Granite, Kutcher's, keep going. Tamarack, Homelwack. Come on, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, a lot of whack. He did a lot of whacking in the Catskills there.
I was about 12. I mean, it makes sense.
All right.
And I worked at the Pines. I worked at the Pines
did
for
you?
a long time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
listen, my friend, that was fantastic, and that was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the wrong man won this game, but
And don't think you won't hear about it. And literally every time we speak.
Yeah. Ron, thank you, my friend. Listen, how can people get a hold of you? What's the website?
I got a website called classicmovieswithronmaccloskey.com because I talk about old classic movies. And the game show is playing all over the place. And the Catskill show, by the way, is on JLTV, Jewish Live Television. And I've interviewed Cousin Brucey, Elaine Grossinger, some great people. So it's a great show.
I love it. Ron, thank you so much, my friend. And enjoy the rest of the summer, bud.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good to see you guys.
Take care. That was great. That was a lot of fun. Listen, you know what? I love a guy who shows up in a tuxedo and a red tie to play the game. That's what I admire.
Look at us. We're guys.
Right. Look at us.
Yeah.
3 schlubs. Anyway, gentlemen, listen, Philly Kid, I can't let you leave. I got our duet from Little Kansas City. That's going to end the show. But I know everybody, Penny, Deborah Shoemaker, Eliza Jewell, Yvonne Burns, Cherry, Jeannie, they all want to hear you sing. So we got to nail you. We got to nail you for at least one song. I mean, it's way past my bedtime at this point.
Yeah, same here. You know what? They mentioned Fats Domino and a little "You Made Me Cry" when you said goodbye. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. You broke my heart when you said we'll part. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Scotty?
Ain't that a shame? I don't know the rest of that one, Philly
You're
Kid.
the one to blame.
Well, you said
goodbye. Although I'll cry, ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. When Jeff won the game, my tears fell like rain.
Oh, so did mine. Terrible. How'd you Well, I mean, what kind of questions were those in the winner's circle? Come on, man.
Listen, you just face it. I am the trivia king now of the show.
That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What do we got to do before we go? I think that's it, man. That's it. It was a good show. Fun show.
Yeah.
Jared Cohn feels like he was on 7 days ago already.
We should do more of these night shows in the summer. Like people at home, you could see there's a lot of people out there today. And it's fun. And, there's not much to watch, though. So we should do more of these night ones because, if people can relax, I'm sure people are drinking and whatever. Maybe they're home shopping. Who knows? But
you never know.
This is good. This is good.
And Phil and I are cutting our album now. So we're in the studio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you that, Scott. Yeah. Right.
You playing your guitar on that one?
Of course. Yeah.
The grand piano.
That's so funny. He really taught you how to piano back there.
There is one. It's just not in my house.
Yeah. I wonder whose house that really is.
The one I snuck into and took the picture of. Yeah. That guy.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging around with us tonight. Who do we get? Let's see. We got Johnny Paz, Jeannie Clay, Pam, Yvonne, Anita Anderson. Everybody's doing great. Listen, you can catch us every weekday, 11 a.m. on USA Today. On the weekends, we're on 12 hours. All the great shows you've seen, all the great celebs. We go all the way back to the first ones. The Rick Springfields and Jerry Springers, all those guys. So it's all great shows. Let's not forget
about the new stations we have coming, right?
Got some new stations coming up. It's all good stuff. We keep rolling along. We're taking the world by storm, my friends.
By storm.
Yeah, we'll do another pop-up maybe later this week, the beginning of next week. These are fun. I try to get Willie Presti involved today. He couldn't make it. He's got a new job, so we'll see what the story is. Anyway, everybody, we love you guys. We thank you for watching. Tell your friends about the show. Share this one, and we leave you with a viral video that has almost 57,000 views on it. And it's I like to think it's Phil, but most of it's me. But here you go. Good night, everybody. We love you guys. See ya.
Good night.
Oh, yeah, Philly Kid. We're back. We are live. It's been a while, baby. Where we going now?
I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one.
Where you gonna be, Phil?
I'm gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. I'm gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. With my Kansas City baby, and boy, she's really fine.
How you gonna get there, bud?
Well, I might take a plane, I might take a train, but if I have to walk, I'm going just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one.
Oh, yeah, Philly Kid, we are going to Kansas City, baby. We're not talking about New York City. We're not talking about Jefferson City. That's in Missouri. We're not even talking about Salt Lake City, baby. We're talking about Kansas City. Come on. How you getting there?
Well, I might take a plane. I might take a train. But if I have to walk, I'm going just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one.
Maybe two.
They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one.